projects or like as examples of my work to recommend putting like because like the idea was that like I have done like poster flyer type of things, but I've added videos, created graphics for Instagram and some other stuff as well, like in the past, like newsletter, blog posts. So it's kind of like a combination of marketing communication material. And do you recommend putting all of those on a page or focusing more like on projects and then choosing maybe the best examples, like maybe one or two, which might not be too much, but maybe it's like the best, or rather putting all of them so they know that I have done a lot. I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yeah. Um, I mean, I'm somebody who tends to have a like a broad sort of background. Like I've worked on experimental like new tech kind of stuff, and then I've worked on like style guides for pajama programs, like
mm-hmm.
and my urge is to show on my site that I have that breadth of ability. I
Mm-hmm.
want people to know that I'm versatile and that I can do anything. But nobody ever goes looking for that. They don't say
Mm-hmm.
we need somebody who can do everything.
Mm-hmm.
They say we have something we need to get done, and then they go looking for somebody who can do that thing.
Got it. The specific thing.
And I'm saying that because it's an opportunity for you to think about what you really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like if
Good.
you're putting both those things on there because you want to do both of them,
Mm-hmm.
then find out why they relate. Like film editing and poster design, those two things, they could absolutely relate. Find what they relate and like the more meaningful reason why you're doing both of them, and then advertise that meaningful thing.
Oh, okay.
Because those are just skills that you pick up when you're on your mission. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be
Got it.
different in 10 years. They're going to be like, you can connect an electrode to your face, and next thing you know, you're time traveling. Who knows? But
That
if
would
it
be
has
a
that
nice
Emmy
bit.
flavor,
Nice. Yeah, I like it. And thank you, Casey, because I already had a look at my portfolio, but I need to finish it because there's like this one internship that I want to apply. I think the deadline is tomorrow, and I want to make sure that I got the portfolio done
yeah,
by
you also
tonight.
want to have a portfolio that has examples of your work. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes that needs to be online. Like there's different applications for this thing. Like sometimes you'll apply for an internship and they say, we need to see 5 examples of your work, and and like give them what they want. I'm just talking about like self-marketing and
Mm-hmm.
have that document on hand. Um, I I worked at a studio where we had a portfolio for the studio, and every project we did would be like a little chapter in a document, like a keynote of all the projects. And if we had a client that wanted to see stuff for social media or whatever, we'd find all the social media projects from that document and then put them in a new document and then send that document to the client or potential client,
Oh.
So it's like a
Mm-hmm.
modular sort of record of what you have. You don't have to spend a lot of time thinking about it when a job pops up. You'd be like, okay, this, there. And then you send them the cover letter, and then it's like it's a website about how what a great person you are. Like, just like an introduction. It's like I think it's a much more like uh useful way to use the web.
Mm-hmm. Nice. That is very helpful. Thank you,
I need to do
Casey.
this too for myself.
Yeah.
I'm just describing to you what I need to do.
Nice. Yeah, I can have some people here.
Hey, everybody. I see Annalie,
Maybe
Lily,
you're
and
off.
Lisette. It's last night. This is the last night of our workshop. And I was just telling Emily that my intention is to, I've started this already, put together sort of just a synopsis of all the people that have spoken and links to their slides, links to their websites. And I was gonna have that ready tonight, but I'm not ready. So I'll send it out probably by the end of it tomorrow. Um, Plus, most of the people who are registered for the course are not here, so it'll go out in email. Um, and then we had the final project, and I I absolutely understand that people, regular everyday people don't have time to do a final project for a class that doesn't offer credit. But I'm curious if anybody has anything they want to show or talk about tonight. The whole idea here is to just have a discussion about something that you're working on so that you can take that information and apply it to what you're doing and do better at it. And I'm not, I mean, I don't assume that everybody has that, but if you do, now's the time. And I also have
Hello.
I also have a Canva thing I'm jamming on. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Good to
It's
see
been
you.
for myself on here. And wanted to know if you are going to be doing this again, because I feel like in the beginning I had really good, I should say like time, and then we got really busy, me and Abra, with work and new projects. But
Yeah.
we would love to join if you're doing this again next semester or the following semester.
I'm not doing it next semester, but it
No.
might. I don't know if it's happening next semester, but I hope it does. If it does, it'll be with somebody else. But I would love to do it again, maybe next spring. And I'm also available to follow up. Your project is in my mind, and I think it's really cool. So if you have any questions or anything,
Yeah, we've
you
been
can always reach out to
working
me.
on a marketing deck at the moment. We can share it with you for an event that's happening. We're hoping July 3rd in downtown LA for Downtown LA Art Night. So we
Mhm.
want to include sustainability and having like vintage bins. So there's a couple ideas of like circulating fashion, AR. So there's immersive experiences. So we have a few ideas of how to connect with the community and being in a space where everyone's already receptive to receiving or being experiencing art, but having a message. And this, because I think it's like 6 to 10 on Thursdays every first of the month, and Broadway gets activated. So we were proposed if we wanted to take on this curation. So we're on that right now.
Are you in the proposal phase, or have you secured the project?
The project is secured. We're just finalizing now the curation and who are the collaborators and if we're going to get sponsorship. So yeah, we're like dialing in the whole project revenue and all those like nerdy stuff. Yeah.
You're trying to are you trying to put together like marketing materials in order to seek more funding?
Yes.
I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it. That sounds like a great project too.
Yeah.
Do you want to share what you have so far? Or is it
I could
now?
share it. Let me see if I can get.
Only if it's useful to you. I just need to grab a drink of water. I'll be right back.
Sure. Let me get that set. 1 second. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to share this. 1 second. Do I have access to share? Share. Screen. This is start broadcast or Zoom.
There we go. I see something.
Do you see something? Okay, because I don't. Okay, let me see. Do you see the deck?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what we've been working on using our assets of Abra and mine together. then we have like a founder story and mission statement. And if you like to read that, it's kind of short there.
Create a world where technology and art drive sustainable innovation while inspiring community connection. The mission is to showcase diverse creators and reimagine the intersection of a sustainable fashion, technology, and artistic expression through immersive experiences.
Mhm.
I think that is a good mission.
Thank you.
I'm on this page. I'm sort of like trying to imagine myself being, trying to waiting to be convinced by this. And this page is an opportunity for you. And I'm reading the content, and it's good. It's not like you're stretching for the intention, but like there might be a way to like juice that up a little, or just maybe even just make the text bigger. Like you
Okay.
want people to know about your mission.
So this blank area, right? It was bothering me too. Maybe bringing that down, enlarging the letters a little bit.
Yeah, move the lava lamp over a little tiny bit.
This page a little fuller. I agree, because this lava lamp is there, this photo on this side, and then just having that brought down and large. Okay, I'll make that change. And then we have, these are supposed to play. We have to figure that out, but it shows like our video of what we've done in the past and like our augmented reality, and basically sharing what our objective is for ourselves, and creating a space for like-minded individuals that want to make change.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what kind of people, what kind of
Demographic?
who you're going to be seeking, or who's going to be reading this?
Yeah, we're gonna fine-tune the persona, like the target market. Basically it's like anyone around, I would say, Gen Z to millennial. And, yeah, I think receptive to receiving this information, because they're the stewards wanting making change, and technology is, and the millennials were in the beginning they were already using computers, and now Gen Z and Gen X, sorry, I'm missing one. And I feel like technology definitely resonates in this group, in these three groups.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just mean like if you're trying to get sponsors.
Yeah.
Are they going to be like businesses, or
Yeah, we're thinking about like holistic, like maybe like adaptogen mushroom tea people that need more visibility, brand visibility, even like some alcoholic probiotic kind of beverage,
yeah.
things like that. Still tuning the outreach on that, but we do want to do this thing where you can pay $50. You can get a big bulk bin from them, and you can pick out of there. And we want to have them have like a bin kind of thing, like $5, $10 bins. So it's affordable to get secondhand clothing. So we want to invite them as one of our sponsors. And then we want to work with someone real world. I've been working with them. They're a street fashion, and they've been getting really great momentum. I actually worked with them recently, and they're receptive of wanting to work with us. So we thought about doing some kind of like fashion show with them. Yeah.
This is this the R logo. I don't know if if I'm looking at the right page. This is
yeah, this is more of the objective, but like in bullet point.
Okay.
continuation of the objective.
Mhm.
Okay. And here's like the target audience. We have to be more specific on what I just mentioned, like millennial, Gen Z, Gen X.
I'm
And they're
just thinking about the target audience being like just like, I guess when I'm making something like this, I'm thinking about like who am I gonna send this to? And like it's more specific usually if based on the goal of what the deck is. It's like seems like something that you send to people who you want to get involved in your project, right? Like who are potential partners and sponsors.
partners, and yes, and what demographic we want to outreach to the attendees as well.
Yeah, that sounds right to me. I'm just
So
trying
this
to
kind of tells like the companies that we want to outreach to, that this is their market. Because like what I remember in my marketing classes is that you have to align your message with the right people, or else they're not going to really listen, or not going to
totally.
be part of your whole I should say their customers, or loyalty, or because they don't have to buy, they could just be someone that they follow and support,
Yeah, I think, I mean, in terms of that, you and Abra have a very, like just a really unique vision for like, what you're, like the way you're sort of like presenting this dream pop.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody who grew up in the rave scene, like I see like sort of like this really old sort of like look, but you're capitalizing on it, and it feels like such relief to see it to me. I'm like, oh, that's so cool,
Oh, thanks.
but,
Well, we
like,
do love the underground scene.
so I don't think you're going to have any problem speaking to the newer generations, and even also like people like me who are Gen X. Like I think you're good there. It's just yeah, I'm just trying to think about. I think really like if you hired me, I would be really, really intent on figuring out what you want. Like figuring out exactly what you like your best case scenario for what you're making this deck for. And then I'm gonna think about all the ways to like help it do that. Sometimes in that situation, it's figuring out what that is. Like and that's a good thing. Like just getting more and more in touch with your idea.
Yeah,
I'm not
we're
saying you're not in touch
figuring
with
it
it.
out. Yeah, we're actually going above and beyond with this person that is helping us get the space, just because we want to have the practice on how to pitch something to someone and have this already in our back pocket for like even bigger opportunities, and just fine tune it as we go. So we're
Yeah.
just like in that phase of our, baby company, if you want to call it that, Yeah. So we just talk about our visual branding a little bit here. We're still fine tuning what that is, but it definitely has like a retro futurism, sustainability, and we like to use or like AI tools as well. Talk about our past event and who we've collaborated with in the past in Long Beach. And
That's great.
Thank you for BYO month, which means bring your own. So it's a month-long event where you encourage everyone to be able to bring their own containers to certain participating small businesses. So we were part of the activation part for that. And so that kind of kickstarted this. And we're still working on our projected revenue. And this is what I was mentioning about LA Vintage, actually Ava modeled for them, so she's in that picture. And so we want to work with them. And we talk about future opportunities, like we would like to do Art Basel, do more large spaces like galleries and theaters on Broadway. So we talk about like the future as well, like what we would like to do. Yeah. And then basically a timeline. We have to still get this one more finessed. Things that we're asking for. And we like end it like that.
Cool. When you were talking, when you came in, I was talking, she was asking about how, like my advice on how to make a portfolio. And I feel a little bit weird talking about this because I struggle so hard with it myself. But something that I've been seeing a lot that I'm really excited about is creatives who sort of make their presentation a little bit more personal about like part of it, like Dream Pop, you have this vision, and when you got to the part about future opportunities, and I'm starting to see that this is like it's like a art movement almost, rather than, I mean, before I thought it was like a fashion line, and it's what I'm getting is that that's part of it, but it's really, you want to like create events and just create like a cultural thing,
Yeah,
right?
basically like a movement. Or you
Yeah,
just said,
I think that part in the beginning where you talked a little bit about the founders,
oh yeah,
like I think if this is something like, if this document is trying to get people to like partner and work with you and stuff, I think that would be the most interesting thing for anybody to latch onto, is like, where do you come from? Why are you doing this? And like, what is your personality? Are you going to be fun to work with? Do you care about people?
I mean, look at our picture.
Yeah.
We
Like,
definitely look like we're fun.
yeah. And I a while ago, I looked at your Instagrams and stuff, and like the style that you're presenting as in this project is consistent with who you are. And that's a great, so don't hesitate to be part of the, like, what you're showing people, like,
Yeah, and I heard something that resonated with me recently, and you are kind of just you're actually like making it more solidified, is that when you are your true self, that's when success really comes in, because if you try to like mold yourself to whatever trend is happening or whatever, then it's not really going to work out.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like be true in your essence. So when you're doing your portfolios, you have to kind of show that, but you got to show a little bit of versatility too. But in the day, you have to be true to yourself.
Yeah. Like the purpose of the portfolio is for you to get more work, and you want the portfolio to do the job of getting you work that you like.
Yes.
So if you're showing work you don't like, then you might run the risk of getting more work you don't like.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we want to do this for the community. We want to also do something that we'd be happy doing together. Yeah. So we'll be fine tuning this, and yeah, I would love to like speak with you on another time. If, once we fine tune it more, we can look at it again if you're open, and you should come to it.
Yeah, it's July 3rd.
Everyone is invited. July 3rd is a tentative. We're gonna get the final answer because they're fixing the venue for us. So once we get the green light on the venue, then we have the whole promotional stage of it, Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Would love to come. And yeah, I'm super curious about a lot of the details of what you're doing, like because I worked with AR a bit, and I had a VR project that was like my main thing for a long time, and I'm really involved in like emergent tech. I have a partner I collaborate with all the time, and we do really weird stuff like this. It's right in line with what you're saying. I'm just
Yes.
curious, like what kind of, what are you involved in? Like what kind of, how are you using AI or like AR and stuff like that?
AI, I haven't really like made art with it, but definitely like use it as a tool to, um, for like, copy, you know, and, asking questions and all. But for AR, I use like a app from Switzerland. So it's a gallery. So I use, different software to create the art, but then this platform that I use ends up making it come to life.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's called Artivive.
Already
Are you
live.
familiar with Artivive? It's from
No,
Switzerland.
but Googling it right now.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I did a VR project with a friend of mine, and it we toured it around a lot to like festivals that were very much like what you're talking about, sort of like people who are trying to use new tech to uh, make a difference or like discover something new about community or culture or sensory experience and stuff. And at the very end of our sort of project, we did it for like 5 or 6 years, and then we needed to get jobs, and he got a job at TikTok, and he was doing all of their AR filters. I
Yeah.
don't know if you're on TikTok, but like, those,
Yes.
he can do all of them.
That
They
does-
have a whole team, but he does some of them. And I was trying to get a job there with him, and I learned how to use the AR sort of studio that they there's an Instagram one and there's a Snapchat one, and I made a bunch of face filters in AR in order to like for that job interview, but I didn't get the job.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of like this is like there's a big place in my mind where this is all like very
Look out for the
real.
art commission. Look out for the
Yeah.
art commission so you could, submit your work with us. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're taking submissions?
Yeah, we're gonna do an artist call. Mhm.
How do you go about doing that on social media?
Social media, and we're working with Downtown LA Art Night. So they have a big following, so they're really great about resharing and putting it on their link tree. So that's gonna be really helpful and happening downtown LA.
All right.
So those two are two platforms that will be collaborating with us to be able to do that outreach.
Awesome. I'm looking at the Downtown LA Art Night.
Yeah, and also, friends that we know, because I'm part of a collective called Space Time Collaborative in Long Beach, actually in Signal Hill. So we have like programmers there, people that do, different things with lights, kind of like festival installations, like a tongue drum that's robotic. So there's robotics there. There's, we're actually doing a black light June 13th, a black light art show.
I see it here. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So me and Eva are showing there with our friends. So we're gonna have some of our friends that we worked with in the past
This is so
submit.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
So like tell me more about this Space-Time Collaborative. Do
Yeah,
you
it's been around for a while. We're trying to give it more momentum and legs. So it's a couple of individuals that one of them is like a professor that knows how to do CNC cutting, 3D printing. So we have that. We have two engineers that know how to do circuit board, Arduino. I can't even pronounce it. It's like where you
Arduino?
program it. Yes, where you
Yeah.
program the microchip. And so there's that. And then there's someone like myself that does upcycling, use repurpose things and make it wearable. So everyone has something that has to do with either sustainability, technology, even aquaponics and music. and consciousness, like wellness. So, and we bring other people on board as well to show their work and collaborate with us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at this. And if I lived down there, I would be knocking on the door.
Yeah, it's kind of far. We do have someone that comes from actually Culver City to come.
Oh, I live in Sierra Madre, so I'm like up by Pasadena, kind of.
Oh yeah, you're out there. Yeah.
It just seems like there's like a really vibrant sort of artist culture in Long Beach.
Yeah, there is. I think yeah, I don't know, maybe the beach, the water, something about the vibe here. Yeah. It calls
Yeah.
them, calls the artists to come live here. Yeah.
Yeah, my advice for your deck is to it's just the most important thing in my head when I'm thinking about it is like what do you want it to do? What do you want that deck to do? And who do you want to do it to? You know?
That's right. Yeah. And what's the ask? What's the outcome, right? What's the objective? Like,
Yeah. And you don't have to like get crazy about it, but just have that in and top of mind as you're making decisions so that all the decisions in the deck sort of serve that goal.
yeah, I do see it as a roadmap, right? To keep the consistency of the ideas, because as artists, we go into, and I speak for myself, but I feel like a lot of us do this. We in different directions, so it keeps you aligned to like fulfill the whole idea.
Yeah.
Because you can go okay to like make changes, but it's a good roadmap.
Almost like a manifesto.
Thanks for looking at it. I appreciate it. I'll take those notes and
Yeah.
make some changes to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that, yeah, it's really cool. I feel fortunate that you like somebody like you doing what you're doing found this workshop. I mean that's cool because you're kind of who it's for, you know. I mean, I'm not saying that anybody else here is not for it, but like uh I mean, when I think about maybe if like if I was going to do a workshop again and I wanted it to be like if I wanted to be effective, I would be thinking how or like who do I want to be in here? I want people who are trying to do something, you know, trying to get something going, you know, trying to think about the future and be proactive and have fun. And I'm especially like art, but it doesn't have to always be art.
That's true. But that's why I was asking, like, I feel like I wanted to get more, but the time and
Yeah.
the way things were aligning for us, we're juggling a lot. And
Yeah.
and I feel like I all the speakers seemed really interesting when I was able to hop on. I would love to join again if you could remember to send us
Wait.
an email.
Did you?
We'd love to join.
I was trying to remember. I feel like somebody in one of our discussions was talking about P5JS, and I asked Abra if it was her because I thought it was, and she said no. Was it you?
Which one?
P5JS.
P5JS. What does that stand for? I'm not
It's
sure.
a JavaScript language for doing sort of multimedia stuff, and it's very common for people to learn it for their first coding, but it's very powerful. It's not important, but I thought that you
No,
were using it, and I know
me.
I found out that my neighbor is the executive director of P5JS. So I was going to invite, I was trying to negotiate somebody from their team to come and talk to the group, but it turned out that I hallucinated that somebody in the class was talking about P5JS.
I'm sure we would be interested to join though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something. I mean, I'm kind of like this is like an area of great interest for me. Like beyond trying to teach or instruct, it's like I love technology and and like trying to like push the limits, and like one of the things that I really enjoy is using technology to sense the world differently, to feel your body differently, or like learn something about the way you perceive the world. Technology can do that, you know? So yeah, I I think that I'd love to see where you're going, and stay in touch.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Kind words. Thank you.
Yeah. How are you doing, Annalie? How's school going? Are you slammed? Or Anna, how are you doing?
Doing good. Um, yeah, just still looking over some inspo from the gear swap. It's kind of where we left off talking about color palettes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm down to jam on Gear Swap a little bit if you want to.
I don't really have much to
Oh no, I'm just
share.
like saying,
Just
like, if you, well, yeah, like if you don't need to explore it, then that's fine.
yeah,
I'm just
I'm
saying we could
down to.
explore it if you want.
I'm down to explore it. I just don't have any updates
Oh, that's
since
cool.
our last conversation.
Yeah, I really appreciate you asking that, because that's really my favorite thing to do, is that sort of like blue sky creative brainstorm, like mining something for ideas. A lot of times you're in a situation where there's no ideas, you know? So like you're really scraping for them. And I've developed that skill, and it's really hard to explain to people that it's useful, you know, until it is. And yeah, I love that stuff.
Yeah, so I'm currently on Canva, just finding some images that I like and just kind of um using the paint tools to find the colors that are within the image so that we could find a palette that we like.
Yeah, that's a good feature on this. Do you ever use Figma? Probably no reason to,
Um,
but
I feel like we mentioned, or maybe you talked about it for a bit, but I don't think, or at least I didn't use it.
it's kind of like Canva, where it's like an online graphics tool. Um, it Am I sharing my whole screen or just the app? Are you seeing my web browser?
You are showing something that says Kelly Lee.
Oh, okay. So it must be
Mhm.
sharing an app. Let me share my whole screen. Um, this is Figma. It's just a little bit more advanced. It's also free. You have 3 files uh, in your free account, I think, and you can work collaborative with a team, and like this iPhone cluster of graphics here you see over here on the left, it'll show you like all the things that are inside of it, and you can locate the object you need really quick. Why did I want to show this? There was a reason. It's like Canva is limited in certain ways, and this is a little bit better. This is the app I'm working on right now with my friend. It's like a conversational AI app.
Looks cool.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
reminds
Go
me,
ahead.
do you have a trick for identifying fonts? Like if you see a font somewhere, do you know how to, like, can Figma help with that? Or just kind of wondering how I would find out, say I see a font that I really like, how would you go about finding
Yeah.
what that font is.
There's only one tool that I know of. There's probably more. But I'll show you how I do it. Like, so say I want to figure out what that font is, the May 15th. I'm gonna make a screenshot. On my computer, it's Command-Shift-4, and then I get these crosshair things. And if I drag over, then I get that screenshot. Show you on my desktop. And then if I go over to my web browser, and it's called What the Font. It's hosted by this font service, MyFonts, that it's trying to sell you fonts. So it only identifies fonts that are in its database. But it's still useful because they have almost everything. So it says you can paste an image or a URL or upload an image. So I'm going to find that thing on my desktop, this one. And then it asks for some clues, like what letter is this? Or how much of this do you want to focus on? I think is the question. So I'm just going to select the whole thing. There's like a second section there. Maybe I can delete it. Yeah, remove. I'm just going to say, look at this whole thing. And then we say, identify font. So yeah, it didn't find Chewy, which is built into Canva, but it has all these other ones.
They're pretty similar.
And you can take those and kind of like it'll give you more words to search if you're trying to find a free version, you know? Like you say hello headline regular, it looks pretty close, and then you can just like start searching for it, and eventually you might find a free copy or something like it, you know? There's also this other website, it's great, called Fonts in Use. So you have a font you like already. Oh wow, the whole Earth catalog. Zoom out there. It's like a font. I'm gonna say Chewy. See if it comes up. Yeah. This will show you all the fonts that look good with Chewy, or examples of other people who are comparing it. This is not like a super common font, so we've only got one result, but I mean, I think that link was bad. I'm trying to zoom in on this, but yeah, it'll show you an example of that font being used. And I don't see it on there, but like let's say we did something like avant-garde. So there's a famous font. So you can see like examples of it in action. It's like, wow, avant-garde pairs with that like floppy funk font pretty good, you know? Actually, I don't see where it's being used on here. Avant-garde. Yeah, it's like font shopping is a massive part of being a designer, and being a good font shopper is like a really important skill to develop, and it changes all the time. There's like different places to look, and it helps to know the language of the font so that you know how to search for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really helpful. Thank you.
I love this website. Font pairing is like it's like when you cross the line into nerd zone with being a design. I mean, like, and for me, what a nerd is somebody who just like can't help how much they love what they're doing, you know? But font pairings, it's like, you know, it's very subjective. It's like in Ratatouille when he's comparing the strawberry and the cheese.
Right.
But that's one of the most important things is being able to choose good font pairings, and a lot of times it's a matter of contrast, and like contrast can show up in a lot of ways. The Adobe font search tool has a good way of dealing with that. Ooh. Bauhaus. Or just like, I'll say browse all fonts. And then it shows like kind of like ways to narrow it down over here. That are kind of frustrating. You know, you want more out of it. But this right here, where it says contrast, that means like, are all the lines in the font similar weight? Or does it get thin and then thick? And like, this is a high contrast fonts. You see how there's like really thin and then really thick stuff. A lot of times when you're trying to find a good pairing, it's a matter of finding things that have contrast within those sorts of parameters. Like sometimes a light font pairs really well with a bold font, or a serif pairs really well with a sans serif. I mean, just really basic kind of stuff. But like if you have a pair that works, nobody can take that away from you.
Yeah, that's really helpful.
Yeah.
Our meeting actually starts in a little less than 10 minutes, so
Okay.
it's gonna be hopping off soon. But yeah, I just wanted to express gratitude for all these months. It's crazy
Yeah,
how fast time passed.
I
Just thank you for
appreciate your,
sharing all your expertise.
yeah, no problem. I appreciate you being here also, and stay in touch if
All right,
possible.
for sure.
I follow you on Instagram.
Sounds good. See you around.
Okay,
Take
bye-bye.
care. Bye.
Trying to see where we are. Lily, how are you doing?
Good, good, good. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Got anything going on that we can talk about?
I like
I'm going to
that.
provide you with the most value I
I
can.
don't have a fair. I don't have a
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not. That's not a problem.
nothing exactly about graphics. Yeah, it was just I was exploring the how do you call it? Zara with Z. There's because there is a saying, is it fast fashion or is not? So actually fast fashion was how do you say, launched because of Zara, because of the way to get to the stores quickly, you know, to get to the, you know, and change designs, yeah, with very, how do you say, a production that they can sell quickly and that's it. So they don't have to give discounts. But Zara is now trying to make it more responsible. Yeah. So I was looking at Zara, but trying to be more sustainable. Yeah, being so it's kind of in the middle. Now it's called responsible fast fashion. I call it responsible fast fashion because they are trying to, you know, use more natural materials. Yeah. And then avoid the waste by selling all the products. Yeah. Being able to predict what they are going to sell. Yeah. Yeah. So
Is it
instead of giving discounts, they just work in a way that so they how do you say, they sort of produce on demand. Yep. Yeah, that's right.
they produce, they're not producing on demand in the shop, right?
They are, I mean, because they manufacture close to where they sell. They have a lot of places where they do manufacturing. So they say that they have a low footprint just because they save on transportation. So yes, that's kind of a case. So instead of recycling, sometimes you look at these designs and say, are those wearable or are those Halloween type? Like when you recycle, I've seen recyclable fashion that is like no wearable. Who is going to get that? So it's just like,
I was thinking
See,
about what you were
but
saying last time we talked with the, like, helping people to want less. Remember we were talking about this, like, people just expect everything to be fast and cheap, and that expectation is sort of what's causing this problem. And then the fast fashion is like such an example of that. It's like, I went to the mall the other day. I needed underwear, and I went there. And it's like, it's really hard to imagine how much of this stuff is being made, and how are we justifying this? Yeah.
It's just like, but it's just like, we're getting into a world of how to say, it's not that you need more or that you buy more, is that you have to, because things are not durable sometimes,
Yes. Or they're made to break. And then they have laws that prevent you from fixing them.
Yes, and I love that. I love when you got this example of your broken stuff, like your
Oh yeah.
your old radios and CD players, and because we are moving into a world where everything breaks all the time. Yeah. So and things are not reparable. I think we made one in one of our sessions. We started talking about that, the right to repair. Yeah.
Yes.
It was with yes. When we put together them little brainstorm post-its. Yeah. And we started just doing the breakup sessions. That was interesting because, like, a lot of times, there are things that we sometimes don't observe. Yeah. But it's like,
yeah, I this subject of right to repair is something that really resonates with me, because I'm sort of a nerd. I love to geek out about like electronics and like DIY kind of stuff, and I like to be able to understand what I'm doing, and I don't like throwing things away. I like, it's all really important to me. Like, I feel physically bad if I have to throw something away. I never want to do that.
Yes.
When I feel like somebody designed my phone to break, that feels like massive injustice. It's something I feel really strongly about.
Wait, I'm just kind of, like a lot of times when I make a little kind of a little place to compilate things that I find. Like the links, But the other day, I found this video that was about how the internet broke, how the internet ruined computers, right?
Uh-huh. What to say?
Wait, maybe I would just get this one. I would just share with you this link, not to watch it right now, but
Okay.
but it's sort of this, yeah. And it's because I got a new computer, because the other one was just, my computer was acting up. So, and I just cannot live without a computer. So I just got a computer that I sort of can repair, because computers now, okay, so that's the video. But I found one video that was very interesting, and what it says is how the internet ruined computers. Because before, people were able to repair the computers and keep them, for a long time. And one article a long time ago that I read, that it was saying that Microsoft found a way to sell us the same thing over and over again, because they get a new version of the same program, and they have been changing the little things, and selling it as a new version. So Windows, the Microsoft Office, basically Word, Excel, those programs have been there for 30 years. And Windows have been there for 30 years. They changed the name, but it's the same program, sort of.
Yeah.
Now it came Windows 11, who wants you to not having installing your computer, but having online, and having all your files online, and having all your persona online, and being in the cloud the whole time. And I don't want to be, on the cloud 24/7. I just want to have like my little files with me when I want them, because if I, if my internet goes down, I want to know where my files are, if
Yeah.
I forget to pay if I forget to pay a subscription, then I'm locked out of my files. Yeah, so it's funny.
Yeah, you're
So
speaking my language over here.
Yeah, so it was saying that basically, it's just we got into the place of disposable. Yeah, everything is so disposable. Nobody repairs a laptop anymore, because it's just, you don't get the spare parts, and you don't get people who charge you something that you can pay. Because it was easier to, so there are a lot of things that are on that side. But my computer got me mad, because Windows 11 wanted me to, to log into Microsoft just to use it. And I was saying no. And when I was reading before buying it, I'd say, I want it at least to be able to, to handle it better. So I got the Microsoft, the Windows 11 Pro instead of the Home. And I got a version of, I got a Lenovo that is not solder all the parts. So if my memory goes ruined, I can change it or ask somebody to change it, hopefully. Yeah, but at least, is not old solder. Yeah. Yeah, just it's kind of.
What kind of work do you do?
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but yeah, but it was, and the other day somebody was saying about CDs, the same thing, right? Okay, they got rid of CD players and DVD players on computers, and basically people gave away their CDs, DVDs, all kinds of things. But when you are streaming, the sound is not that good. And some collectors are starting buying vinyl.
Yeah.
And CDs and DVDs, just because it's, because they want, like, for example, their favorite artist. So in a city, if you go to a show, if you go to a concert, they sign it for you. So you have this memory of your favorite artist. So with the streaming, you don't have that anymore.
Yeah. I always wonder
Yeah,
how to
so
deal with
it's
that with my
like,
daughter. Like how do you
yeah.
share music with your kid nowadays? I used to get into my parents' records, and that's how I figured it out.
Yeah.
But now my daughter's got, she's like, she doesn't have that sort of reference. It's all in the phone, and so she can ask me to play a song, and also like with the phone, like my friends used to call the phone at the house and I would answer it and talk to them and we didn't have to worry about it. But we don't want to give a little girl a phone, so her friends can't call her really unless they call one of us first. The kids have a weird situation nowadays. They're isolated.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of, mm-hmm. You got, yeah, they always say, how do you say?
Isolated?
All, no, all the, things in the past were better, they
Oh,
were better
obsolete?
in a lot of, no, in a lot of
Oh,
ways, like,
yeah,
yeah. No,
yeah,
I think our days start seeing a very big fight on families, because families, like you see all these TV shows with 12 kids. I don't know how many kids.
yeah,
And like now the kids are, you know, you know, the only kid or maybe two kids. Yeah. So it's
yeah.
just
Two
like,
kids is a lot now.
yeah. So having a sibling is such a treasure, Uh-huh.
Yeah,
But yeah, but kids are not seeing this anymore. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just the only kid. Yeah. So it's kind of fun.
these are the things that
Yeah.
are happening when we only focus on the profit of 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 our labor. Like we don't worry about
Yeah.
the fallout or what it's doing to the world or anything. It's just as long as we're making the most money possible, then
Uh-huh.
how can you argue with me?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's just like and also we have to always give time to ourselves, and sometimes people forget. I was telling
Yes.
somebody who's just like, when I see somebody who is like, the mom calls the kid, the guy, right? And say, okay, mom, I will call you later. They hang up. And then you ask the person, you say, do you call your mom? Oh, I forgot. Like how, just one little minute,
Yeah.
Sometimes people just, we fail to the people who need us a lot of times. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But anyways, yeah.
I gotta call my mom.
Sweet. And then what? This is it?
For the class, the
Yes.
workshop. Yes, this is the last session.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think we're done.
Those, I have to say thank you so much. Like you got my mind going here and there. I mean, just a lot of things that you get to see and you get to think about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad
And
that
it's good.
I was able
It's
to
great you
help you.
got all this presented, and I have the same question. It's just very great workshop. And how do you come with this workshop idea, or who came with this idea, or what?
So Dr. Joe Tavares is the director of the California Center for Climate Change Education at West LA City College, and she's also my friend. And our daughters are friends. We're very close
Uh-huh.
friends. And when the fires came here to Well, Joe had already kind of been talking to me a little bit about getting involved with the Climate Center in teaching because I have a background in it. And when the fires happened in Altadena, we had to evacuate, and the smoke was really, really bad. So Dr. Joe and her family and me and my family went and got an Airbnb together out in the desert for like a week to get away from the fires. And we brainstormed this workshop during that time. And then shortly after it started. So there wasn't a lot of time to like think about like the curriculum or what the trajectory would be or like how to really get people to engage. But there's a network of designers to plug into and invite to come speak, and people who are adjacent to marketing. And it's sort of an experiment. We're gonna take this experience and I think hopefully design an even better workshop going forward. But yeah, I think Dr. Joe, if you don't know her, she's racking her brain to come up with solutions for climate change.
Oh, cool. That's nice. And the presenters were doing this somewhere else. It is marketing
Yes, some of them.
presentations. Yeah, some
Well,
of them.
yeah, like the climate designers, Rachel Shalanise and Margaret Toe and Mark O'Brien, they're all part of this group, and they give workshops and provide lectures and stuff a lot, but they're also designers. So they're involved in education.
Okay. Okay, cool.
I think a lot of them are involved in education, and that's kind of cool about this, like the climate change field in terms of design. You think about it, it's like it's got a different mission than regular graphic design, which is usually to like make something look good or sound good or taste good so that you buy it. It's profit oriented, but climate design is really about community and spreading the word and information and getting people to take responsibility for their environment. You know, it's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. Yeah. I know two people. It's funny, but they are not called marketing. What is climate marketing people? But they are really marketing people, climate marketing people, as we see it here. They are related to education, and then one is working in. Both of them are working in water. Like one of them, I met recently because we went to a field trip, and she was saying, well, this position is like, I just got into this position, and basically what she does is she invites schools, like, elementary schools and whatever, and they gave them a tour to the facility, just like seeing how the water is purified, right? And they do basically recycling water, and repurpose the water for what do you say, watering, for what do you say,
For agriculture?
for the plant that is, this is in El Segundo, and what is Chevron, for the Chevron refinery can use that water for their boilers because they need water that is like some sort of purified but not potable. It's not drinkable, but it's just like it's good for their boilers, good enough. So they purify and filter the water, and they just kind of reuse it. Yeah. Yeah, and the other one is just to water lawns at some other facilities. Yeah, so it's just like we just like to water plants.
Was that a workshop through West LA College? It sounds familiar.
No, this was just like I went with take to a field trip. Yeah.
I got you.
but
Okay.
it was basically to see the water treatment plant. And then she was telling that she had interns there. Yeah. And those were like, 5,000 applicants, and she had to review just like for 6 positions. So I was like, oh, yeah. But she got into that position just by coincidence. I mean, she was like, well, it was open, and it's more like PR for the water facility, more community education of conservation of water and how the water is like, how we get water, Yeah, it's basically that part. And the other one has like, it's just, it's not El Monte, it's another plant, but they purified water. In fact, I have a bottle of water that I have as a memory of that trip. And so they produce it there, but they just put it, they got underwater water, underground water, and they treat it. Yeah. So it's just like, and mostly what she does is education and also PR. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's like
she does. And what she put together were like some displays to show kids how the water goes to the ground and how to come back, and all parts of the process. Yeah.
yeah. It's interesting to think of it in marketing terms. I think in the past they would have been sort of like separated communications and marketing,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think any infrastructure we have to prepare people for becoming good at marketing could
Yes.
also be used to like train people to get good at communicating about the climate. Communication is the biggest problem.
Mhm.
People don't know what to believe, and they feel like they're being blamed, So we have to work on is like getting the communication right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, but it was good. Yeah. So it was like,
Yeah.
when I talked to this lady, I was just like, oh my God, this is like it would be perfect for this, mm, to be called climate marketing girl. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
that's what she does basically.
She wants that title.
Yeah, she should have that title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never knew that existed, but it was good. Yeah. Yeah. But my artistic fiber is just like, I have to make a drawing, and I'm making just like time to do it. It's like I have just to get I have colors,
Mhm.
I wanted to get Prismacolor, but I got another brand. So I had to kind of make a drawing. Yeah. And hopefully I will just make the time to do that.
What do you do?
Yeah.
What is your background?
I'm taking a class, and I have to make this drawing. Yeah. Which is
Okay.
it's for the class that I'm taking at the school. It's related to facilities management. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a trade tech.
No, it's at West LA.
Oh, okay.
It is. It is facilities management. It's basically how to keep a facility to be sustainable. Yeah, we see a lot of sustainability. That's how I got into this class, because they recommended these workshops. Because we talk about solar panels and how to save in electricity, faucets and all kind of things to save water. Yeah, water
Are you on
conservation.
campus for that class, or do you do everything online?
We do Canvas and we do Zoom, just like this. Yeah.
I think it would be. I don't know if you've met Dr. Have you met Dr. Joe?
No, no, I haven't done. I haven't
She's
seen.
really a really amazing person, and I've been to the campus before and seen the facility where Emily works also. And if you just introduce yourself, it sounds like what you're talking about, like facilities and like sustainability and like how to do this. Like she's like a treasure in terms of like information, and she's so motivated, and she wants to help so much.
Mhm.
So I recommend that you introduce yourself to her if you have any interest in conservation or sustainability and you're on the campus. But I also, are you seeking like new employment? Are you trying to get into facilities management?
Yeah, I'm looking into that. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Are you interested in internships? You or are you trying to get something specific?
Um, yeah, I'm trying to, you know, yeah, he was like, we were told about some internships, but they are like so far away. So it's like me, it takes me forever getting there. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but just
Yeah, I know
it's good.
that there are internships that are sort of partnered with the Climate Center, and this workshop and the other workshops are sort of like, if you're trying to get those internships, having taken these workshops is like a really good
Yeah,
brings you up the
actually,
list.
I noticed they are very active in terms of the internship. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's just change that is like right now. Mhm. Yeah, but
Cool.
it's interesting because I've seen like some of my classmates are just like they have an interview tomorrow, and now they are saying, okay, they are calling me from everywhere. So what should I choose? So they are like, so I see that the school is very active in that. So it's a possibility, but it's good. But I'm glad I found you. It's just very interesting. I mean,
Yeah,
and thank
I
you
think
so
this is
much
great.
for all the work, for sharing all your experience or your expertise. Mhm.
It's absolutely
Yeah.
my pleasure. Wonderful experience. It was nice meeting you too.
Nice meeting you.
Stay in touch if you have any questions or anything that you need to you'd like help with, or anything that we talked about. I'm available. And I'm going to send out an email that's sort of like a synopsis of all the useful information.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And then you are sending us how do you say how could you call it? The slides that you did. I don't know what is the thing that you were putting together for today.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I look forward to that.
It'll be useful. It'll be worth looking at.
Okay. Okay. Thank you
Cool.
so
Thank you.
much.
All right. So I think
Thank
we'll
you,
end it here.
Emily. Okay. Take care.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Emmy, for
Thank
holding
you,
it down.
Emily, for she was the one. I always look at your at the email that you send me to get the Zoom link for the.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Take
All right,
care.
everybody. Have a good Thursday and have a good rest of existence. And I hope to see you again.
Okay.
We'll talk to you later.
Take care. Okay. Thank you, Emily. Bye.
Okay. Bye, Lily.